Hey all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today I've got the Ford Falcon from Hachette, stages 51 to 54. There we go, you remember this one, the Apocalyptic version. Yeah, we'll be starting the engine today. There we go, there's a big chunk of the engine. Yeah, and we'll be popping the front wheels onto the chassis. There is the chassis, looking cool, just like that. Looking brilliant, excellent. I do love this build. Everything seems quite simple up today. Nothing complicated whatsoever about it, and the first time ever I've started a car build and we're doing the engine halfway through the build. But you know, it's looking cool. Anyway, let's start with stage 51. Okay, here we have stage 51. We have control arms. The control arms are attached to the square system and the front wheels are fitted in place. Excellent, quite a few steps. There we go. Well, step 8 steps altogether, but we do get a rolling chassis. Brilliant. And then we've got Grease 1978. That's one of the wife's favourite films. It would be, wouldn't it, with John Boy there. Yeah, singing his head off and dancing. Anyway, coming in issue 52, we have new parts: right and left valve covers, spark plug holders, oil filler caps, and the screws. So the parts. Let's get on with the build. Okay, let's get the parts out. So there we go, those are the parts. We have the left control arm, the right control arm, the left control arm support, right control arm support, 2 hinge pins, DSO2 and DSO4 screws. These are metal. It has an R on it for that one and an L on it for that one. These two, oh, they do have an L and an R on them as well. Just need to break them off the sprue, actually. Well, the little frame. There we go, easily done. Excellent, let's get the car. Okay, first of all we need this left arm support. That's this plastic piece, and it just sits just there like that. And we need 2 DSO2 screws for that, one either side. And then we have the right one. You can see that. See this back here? That goes onto the outside, so it fits like that. You see the recess for the screw points there. Yeah, so that sits there nicely. If you get it the wrong way around, it just doesn't fit. Alright, pop this one in. 2 more DSO2 screws. There we go. Excellent. So the next thing we need is this left control arm. There you go, it's got the L on it. That fits there just like that. And we need to fit that with a long pin. Right, okay. We can pop it in from this side. Smooth ending first. Push it all the way through. And then, hopefully, we can squeeze it through. There we go. That's captured that. Brilliant stuff. Excellent. Right, we need to do that with this side now. So there we go. So we have the right one. There we go. The right control arm. Pop the pin in. Right, we'll do it the other way then. Didn't seem to want to go through that way. So we'll try it this way. There we go. Yeah. It does come through the other end though. But anyway, let's squeeze that into place. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, that's engaged perfectly. Brilliant stuff. There we go. You can see that pin. Excellent stuff. So now we're ready for the tyres. As you can see, this is an L on it there. So we know we got this for the right, for the correct side. Yeah, this is the right side. And as you can see, that goes into there like that. The other one goes into that square bar, I think it is, like that. And then we have that control arm on top. There we go. Now we need the DSO4 screws for this. So we'll pop the DSO4 screw into the control arm that we just fitted, and then we'll flip this over. There we go, that should be fine like that for now. Let's flip this over and we can get, there we go, that bar in there. That's the steering rack. Yeah, and we need 2 more DSO4 screws. There we go. That's all of the wheels in place. Put that back on. That's looking cool. Right, now we need to do the right side. There we go. And like before, steering rack. There we go. Control arm on top. Right. Pick that up in a sec. We need another DSO4 screw here. Okay, we get this DSO4 screw into here. It's nice and tight. I need to flip this over. 2 more DSO4 screws, one here and one here for that steering rack. Brilliant. Let's flip this over. Okay, that's the wheels fitted. There we go. You can see that steering rack going across. Brilliant. Excellent. So there we go. That is stage 51. Let's move on to stage 52. Okay, now we have stage 52. So we'll look at the magazine and the parts. We have valve covers. So we have right valve cover, left valve cover, spare plug wire holder ×2, oil filler cap black, oil filler cap blue, and PS14 screws. There we go, straightforward enough this one. Yeah, we screw the oil filler caps into place, and then we put the plug wire holder, spare plug wire holders into place. They're just push fit, so it should be straightforward enough. And then we have in the magazine the Lotus Cortina, Birth of a Legend. Yeah, look cool, excellent. Coming in issue 53, cylinder head, cover and screws. That should be a quickie. The other parts, let's get on with the build. Okay, let's get the parts out. There we go. That one has an R on it. That one has an L on it. And it's this one. Yeah, we want 52A, which is the right side. And we want the black cap. Put them to one side. This has a keel shape to it as well. Yeah, for the screw. So we can pop that onto there. That'll fit there just like that. And we need a PS14 screw for this. Here we have the screw. There we go. That's the black oil cap filler. Then we want the blue one. Same thing. There we go. That's yeah, it's slightly bigger actually. So this probably won't fit on the other one. But anyway, there we go. We still put it in place with a PS14 screw. It's a nice snug fit, that one. So this is on the L, the left side valve cover. There we go. Excellent. Next we need is the spark plug wire holder. So there we go. That is the spark plug wire holder. Yeah, that's a nice snug fit as well. Same on this side. Yeah, no matter which way you do it, just push it into place. There we go. That is it. That is all we have for stage 52. There we go. Excellent. Let's move on to stage 53. Okay, now we have stage 53. We have the cylinder head cover, 53A, and PSO5 screws. So not a lot to this. Yeah, we got the right and left valve covers to pop into place, and that is it. Completed assembly. And in the magazine we have the sporty Corvette. Yeah, nice looking woman as well. Look at that, beautiful looking car. Farther over the Corvette without making interesting reading. There's a beaut as well. Pity it's in black and white, that one. And coming in issue 54, new parts. Oil pipeline distributor cap, carburetor regulator and regulator cap, hose and screws. Excellent stuff. They're the parts. Let's get on with the build. Okay, let's get the parts out. There we go. That's looking cool. That's right, that's left. This one is right. So that will go there. And this one is left. Nope, sorry, right one way around. Black is right. There we go. And blue is left. That way around. There we go. So we need to screw these two into place. PSO5 screws. 50-50 and I got it wrong. Okay, let's get the first screw into place. There we go, that's that one on. Let's put the left one on. You You can see it goes with the shape. There, like that. As well, that's the same for both sides. We get the 2 PSO5 screws into place now. There we go, that is stage 53 complete. Looking pretty cool though, is it not? Excellent stuff. Brilliant. Let's move on to stage 54. Okay, now we have stage 54. We have details for the engine. So 54A oil pipeline, 54B distributor cap top, 54C distributor cap bottom. Then we have the carburetor top and carburetor bottom, carburetor regulator cap, hose, PSO5 and DSO5 screws. Details for the engine. There we go. All right. Yes. So we need 2 35mm long pieces of hose and put that piece onto the chassis, put the hoses into place, and then we're going to make up all this lot. Oh, that's cool. Excellent. There we go. And then we put them on top of the cylinder head cover. Yeah, excellent. And then in the magazine we have Gene Winfield. Gene Winfield passed away in March 2025. That'll be a good read. Not read it yet. New parts: wiring connectors, spark plugs, ignition coil, supply line, spark plug lead, and screws. Oh, lots of fiddly stuff next time round. Excellent. There are the parts. Let's get on with the build. Okay, let's get the parts out. Okay, those are the parts. Now the first thing that we need is this hose pipe, and we need 2 lengths of this, 35mm. There we go. Excellent stuff. Right, now we need to pop this 54A onto the chassis. Okay, 54A will go here on the chassis, there and there, and we screw that in place. Now before we do that, we can easily pop these 2 pieces of hose that we just cut into place first. Shows you in the instructions to do it afterwards, but we might as well do it now. There we go, it's much easier to do it now than later. And now we can pop this into place. We just need DSO5 screws, 2 of. There we go, one there, capturing 54A in place. Looking cool. And there's a closer shot, and those 2 hose pipes. Screw there. Excellent. Right, we don't need the chassis now. Okay, what we do need next is 54E and 54F. As you can see, that should slide into the one gap is bigger than the other, so you can only get this one way around. Right, that's better. Do it over the top like that rather than from the side, because it doesn't work from the side. Right, now we need 54D, which fits over the top. That will go there like so, and yeah, this is a push fit connection, but it's very loose. Oh no, there we go, that's better. I haven't pushed it far enough. Right, and then we need 54G, which goes into the side. Now this has a shape to it which you need to match like that. That's just another push fit connection. Brilliant. So that's them pieces together. Next we need 54C and 54B. These 2 go together. As you can see, there's a little notch there and there's a gap there for that, and that goes onto there like that. Right, we need to put these onto the cylinder head cover. Okay, now we have the cylinder cover. Now this piece 54C goes into that hole there, and there it is D-shaped, so it will only go in one way. And to keep that in place, we use a PSO5 screw, just the one, just like that. Excellent. And then we want 54E, which is this lovely little piece that we popped into place. You can see there's a locating peg just there for that hole there, and the larger hole in the middle is for another PSO5 screw. Flip that over. There we go. Brilliant. Ready for the spark plugs next month. That's looking cool, is it not? Yeah, I do like that. Simple, but yeah, excellent. And you can see the spark plug wire covers as well. Yeah, that'll grip them into place. Brilliant. We'll have to make sure we get them dressed properly. So there we go, that is stage 54 complete. Excellent stuff. So there we go, guys, that is it. That is stages 51 to 54 complete. There's a cylinder head cover. Yeah, you can see all that gorgeous detail there now as well. Brilliant. Excellent. And there is our rolling chassis. Brilliant. Looking cool, is it not? There we go. Little beauty. Excellent. Is our rolling chassis, and we know the steering rack is working perfect as well. So that is looking absolutely brilliant. Love it. And there's that cylinder head cover. There we go. Lovely close-up shot. There we go. Didn't think it was going to focus then. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Well, anyway, there it is for the Ford Falcon this month. Pretty straightforward enough, but yeah, at least we got a rolling chassis now, and it's really coming on strong. It's going to be a beaut, this as well. And you can see the front wheels that are lower than the back wheels, so it's got a tilt on it, as it should have. Oh, it looks fantastic. Excellent stuff. Anyway, there we go. I hope you did enjoy that. If you did, give us a nice big thumbs up, and if you are interested in this build, head over to HachettePartworks.com. I'm sure they'll entertain you. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe. Bye for now.